Hi there, folks. So our students are concerned that they cannot see images within some of our lessons. And despite following all the normal suggestions and browsers, etc., I've discovered that the reason is that we are using some lessons over and over and over again that were made years ago using older standards on an older Moodle platform, and in the days we were using older browsers. The problem is those aren't going to work anymore, and so we need to go in and update these lessons, otherwise the students aren't going to be able to see them. The main thing that needs updating is in the past, people used JPEGs in lessons. Well, nowadays, JPEGs are just not going to work anymore. They don't work with multiple browsers or the current modern browsers, and Moodle doesn't like them either. So what we need to do is to take these old JPEGs out and replace them with a .png file. So what that means too is ever in the future, if you're ever creating anything in Moodle, please don't ever use JPEGs, always use .png files. So, well, how do you do that now? How do we take something that's a JPEG and change it? So what I did here is I pulled it off of the lesson and I have put it onto my desktop. So with a Mac, it's pretty easy. I'm actually just going to change the extension from JPEG to a PNG. Hit enter and it says, do I want to use a PNG? Absolutely I do. So now I have the PNG on my desktop. I'm going to go ahead and delete it from the lesson here. And then I'm going to follow the normal way to insert or edit an image into a lesson page. I'm going to go ahead and find and upload that image on my desktop by browsing. There it is, cutting glass in the PNG format. I'm going to go ahead and hit open, and I'm going to save it as cutting glass. I'm going to go ahead and upload that into Moodle. And now that it's there, I'm just going to call it something, cutting glass, and I'm going to go ahead and insert that. So there we go. I have now inserted it back into the lesson. Whoa, it's really big, so I'm going to go back to insert and edit. I'm going to go to appearance, and I'm just going to constrain it from 1600 by 1200 to 1000 by 800. There, that looks a little bit better. And there we go. So I've now taken a JPEG and turned it into a PNG so that our students can see it. Another problem I've discovered with some of these old lessons is that the progress bars or buttons for students have not been set up. So it means once the student reaches that page, they actually get stuck there. They have nowhere to go. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up so that the student sees a previous page button and the student sees a next page button so that they can go ahead and progress through the lesson. So what I've done there really quickly is I have shown you how to take an image in an old lesson where there was a JPEG and now turn it into a PNG file so our students can actually see them. And then the next thing is, with one of these old lessons, we need to check and make sure that beneath every page that there is certainly something noted as to where the student's going to go next. So you can see here under this page, risk assessment, right underneath under content, that their buttons have been set up for a previous page and a next page movement. But if I come down here to this page, things we should never do, look below it, there's nothing. So if our student got to that page, they would be stuck. They wouldn't be able to go anywhere, and then we would get emails and messages saying, there's something wrong in this lesson, I can't move beyond this page. So we need to go ahead and make sure that it's set up so that we have some buttons there of previous page and next page, and away we go. So again, why are we seeing this? Well, we're seeing this because we're recycling lessons that were created sometimes up to 4, 5, 6 years ago. And over time, of course, browsers have changed and been updated, and certainly Moodle has changed and been updated, but we're still using these lessons that have not been changed or updated. So it means we need to go in there and actually set them up so that they will work for our students with modern browsers in our modern Moodle platform. Well, that's all for me, and thanks for your help with this.